Hey, that trail we walked on with Mally the other day, that one was the hardest one yet. That one was way harder than the other two.
Hiking?
Yeah.
I thought that one was easier than what we did before.
Nah, that one was like steeper.
Because the other one was steep, but it was like persistent. The whole time.
Yeah.
Like,
That one
was like that from the start. Like, as soon as we started walking that motherfucker.
That motherfucker, I was like, oh shit, okay. It was straight uphill the whole time. That should be feeling like you accomplished something when you get to the top. Oh God, nigga, I'd be at the top like, yeah. Hurting. At the top hurting, but yeah, nigga. Oh God.
It's so dope, like showing, like I posted the Hitmaker meeting the other day, the first one.
Yeah.
And it's so dope seeing people like be so invested in our process. Like it's people in the comments like, no, don't do it. We don't know about this, da. And none of them have ever been in the music industry. You know, none of them has ever done deals. They just love LaRussell. They don't really know the workings of all this, but it's dope to see and have everybody's like input.
I take a nigga saying no like that don't really have no information on it.
Can only go off energy.
Right? And they want the best for you. Mm-hmm. They like, nah, nigga, you winning.
It don't feel right.
You winning. Just keep winning, bro.
Right.
But they don't get it, though. They got to be here to understand.
But, you know, I seen comments that's like, I don't know about Kadeem's energy, yada, yada. They don't know his name, but it's like, Kadeem is one of the most genuine niggas I've met in this industry, you know? But it's like, if you're not in it, you won't get the lingo, you know? Kadeem is a nigga who's like, nigga. He just, yeah.
It's cutthroat.
Right, so it'll feel like he's like careless with his approach, but it's really because he like, nigga, I ain't trying to put you in no bullshit. I don't want to hear no bullshit. This is what it is, you know? But it's like, them decisions we make based off where we at and where we want to go.
It's no theatrics with him. That nigga right up and on God. This is what it is. This is what it's going to be. That's dope, though.
Right?
When you got to decipher if it's that way with a nigga and you doing business with him, it's kind of scary.
I've been like, I'm always on this fence of like, is this even a necessary venture, or do we just keep hammering like we was and, you know, back to back, keep making records, and we got so many that's like, if we just keep dropping these motherfuckers on their head, we get the same result.
I feel like any venture that you consider could potentially
will work.
Like,
right.
You feel me? It's like, cause bro, what we doing working. We can always go back to what we doing. I feel like we gotta give niggas a chance to blow you the fuck up, bro. Like, you deserve it.
It's so funny, your approach, cause that's like, try something new. Cause when you look at comments, this niggas like, man, stick to what you doing. Don't try nothing new, you know?
That's cool. That's cool and all, but you've already innovated the whole game. Niggas don't see great deals happen and then great success come and niggas talk about it great. That don't happen. Like, you should just keep innovating in your way. Like, we never stay the same. Them niggas think we doing the same shit. We ain't did the same shit for a minute.
Yeah.
Like, our shit always changing, nigga. That's why the visuals look the way they do. You wear clothes now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we never stay the same. They just think we doing the same thing because we're producing the same results.
We're not, though. The results getting bigger, like everything.
They are, like, but they see
even
success.
The visualizer clips are like,
I mean, by the same results, it's still success.
Right.
Not no standstill shit.
Right.
We ain't sitting still in the same spot. Niggas seeing the motion growing and...
What's happening? How you doing?
Niggas see the motion growing and I'm glad that they feel that way. Like, that's great. But like, truthfully, you deserve every opportunity to get the biggest you can get with contracts that are comfortable to you. You're not even signing this not a deal. Nigga, you're literally not signing a deal. You're still independent.
Yeah.
People gotta understand, we're doing the world a disservice for you to not be getting the same chance that these niggas get to get in front of 1 million people every time you drop music. That's just, it's not, you know?
And that's
You
the thing, is
deserve
like,
the machine. They giving the machine
this
to
is the
niggas
most
that's
ideal deal we've done. Cause it's like, no commitment, no restriction, no nothing. And it's like, that's cause I feel like they know too. They know. It's like, nigga, we only need one to hit that bitch out the park.
They know, and they finna get 12
And I'm gonna
chances.
give at least 10, you know?
Like, nigga. This feels like the most favorable deal for you to really prove to these niggas, like, nah, I told y'all niggas. And it just show every major system, like, they really gonna be like, God damn, he really did it. He went all the fucking way, indie.
And that's my
we
thing.
could have had
It's like,
this nigga if we did right.
Once we get one, I could really open up a can of whoop ass.
Yeah.
Cause I got a record with Busta that's like, y'all ain't heard, you ain't heard no shit like this in forever. And I know hip hop, you know, the Pain records, like, I got records on records after. Right. And that's the only thing that had me like, man, I'll just keep dropping and flooding records. And you know, we'll get there, but.
I hear you, but you give a wider audience a chance to really grow and let it, like, these need to be the world stopped when Ice Spice and Sexy Red did the shenanigans that they did. We need moments like this for you. The world needs to stop and hear these, because it's really like, bro, it heals you, nigga. And on top of that, you getting slaps without having to go kill a nigga. Like, I could really cruise through this motherfucker feeling like that nigga, and I'm not finna harm you. I'm not finna harm you. We ain't never got that, bro. Like, we have to give you the chance. We don't gotta go sign no dumbass deal trying to get there. We not reaching to try to get you a hit. We just giving you the best possible chance.
Yeah.
We suiting your ass up every time with the best possible chance to go be
You know what's crazy too about these songs? They're so, like, much bigger than me that sometimes I feel like they not my songs. And that's kind of what creates that energy of like, let me just go back to flooding. Because, you know, you go feel that, like, even when I perform them, it's like out of body, because it's like I tapped into such new lanes to even create these, you feel me?
It's almost like your stories being written in a way to really write off greatness. Like, nigga, that's what this is. You about to ride off into the sunset, nigga. You earned it. Of course it's feeling like this. You starting to see the way. After paving this motherfucker, look at all the shit you set on fire on the way back. You feel me? Like,
man, that's how I was feeling yesterday. Like, that shit put me in a slump. Like, I almost felt like, I was just like, nigga. You know, every now and then I always go back to that state like, damn, if I would have signed, I'd probably be done by now, you know, like that'd be the feeling. Cause anybody else do nearly as much as I've done.
They done.
In a deal, you know, it's like, nigga, I went viral 100+ times, you know, and like the music is even better, the energy, the moments. I'm just like, man, I would have been fucking done. And it makes me feel like I hindered myself, and I'm just like, damn, what the fuck? I don't know a nigga who could do as much as I've done and not. It just, I don't get it some days.
Being real, just the music alone, if you were to sign a deal and still able to drop all the songs that's in your catalog now, you would be done off just streaming if you had the label and all that behind it. But that wasn't what was supposed to happen, brother. Like, you just wasn't supposed to be done. You innovated the industry. Like, you couldn't have been done.
I get that, but my thing is just like, it's draining to run this hard for this long.
But,
like, nigga.
It is. It is. I'm sure it is. I know. I'm sure that's really hard.
It's like, nigga, I would have been done probably on album 5. You know? But you're right. You're right. It wasn't, but it's like I probably wouldn't have records with all these, but who knows? I might have records with everybody beyond, you know? It don't even matter because it don't exist, but yesterday, that shit just had me in like a slump. I feel like it was just like, damn, nigga, how much fucking harder and longer I gotta go?
I feel like that moment of realization and when it all happens is very near, and that's probably why you've been fighting all these different emotions and just saying the things.
Coming.
Yeah, like just watching you, like, bro, I get to watch you every fucking day. Just watching this shit, it spills out of you, nigga. You can't force it. Like, you walked into my room the other night and I could just tell that shit was like bothering you. Like, I could feel it, nigga. Like, I'm watching you in real time and I'm seeing it. And that's just, it really just feels like that moment in the movie where it's like, this shit finna all make sense. It's all finna, literally, like, you finna hit that point where it's like, oh, this is why. And of course you feeling all them different emotions. You enter in a world you never seen before. You don't even know what it feels like to go platinum yet. And we got records that there's no fucking way if we do everything that we supposed to do, they can't go. Like, your sit still moment gonna be like oh, I could really sit the fuck still though. Like, really sit still. This shit coming in. And it's at your leisure to go continue building what you wanna build. Now in an even grander way, cause that shit really coming in.
And you show niggas like me, we can run like this.
Oh God, like you don't even know what you just did. It's so many niggas who love you so fucking much for what the door you kicked down for them. You gonna be great regardless. It's too many niggas that then got on that ain't finna forget about you. But nigga, you yourself gonna be great. Like, oh God, you gonna kick that final door down and be like, oh, I'm sitting, nigga. Feet kicked up. Feet kicked up. Nigga, what? I'm finna put a whole warehouse in the V. What? Like,
some days I just wake up and I don't have the energy no more.
Feel it. I don't think that's a bad thing, bro.
Yeah, I think it's natural after doing so much and building so much legacy and changing so much and giving so much of myself. It's like, nigga, we run hard. And it's just constant and consistent. And it's funny because I was looking like I haven't even had like post schedule for the past 2-3 weeks consistently. And the reach is still at 5 million on my page because shit just always moving and circulating. And I'm just like, damn, that shit really crazy just how much a nigga put out. But yeah, I don't know, it's just lately, and maybe that's what it is, it's that change coming that's just weighing on me, but I just feel it every day. I'm like, damn, it's a lot.
I think you should embrace that.
It's a lot. I've made fucking probably 1,000+ songs since this year began, and we got more to put out and more content to go and show. Just like everything just way a bit different. Like even doing shows don't feel the same for me because, you know, after tour it became such a job that now it's like it'd be hard for me to even get that connection back.
Yeah.
Like the last Backyard show I didn't really love because it just felt like I was performing, trying to win a crowd like I did on tour because I couldn't break back out of that flow. So I'm like really working to get like my love and joy back and get out of like work mode.
Hey Melly, hold this for a second. I'm about to take my hoodie off. You hold this for a quick second. I feel you. Tour took a lot out of us.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What's up, brother?
Yeah. To sit back and watch from my point of view, tour definitely took a lot out of you. And you run so hard and fast that you couldn't even come home, which now that you just said how draining that shit is and how you would have been done, it just put it in even more perspective. Cause it's like, imagine if you was, them niggas do tour done. They don't come home and keep running the way you do. You coming home to continue running, you got a whole village that you provide for, so I get it. Have you voiced this feeling to Hitmaker?
What?
Like, how you feeling? Like, nigga, I'm ready to hit some shit out the park. Like, what we gotta do to figure?
Yeah, I mean, that's been the conversation. I mean, at a deeper level, no, because it's like, that ain't fucking their business. My problem's what I'm doing. Like, they're there to do their job.
Yeah.
Not to be a psychiatrist and a therapist.
I don't think that's being that, though. If you voicing, it's affecting your craft and your work, too, in a sense.
Not in regards to them. Like, what they working is already done. You feel me? Like, they just had to do their job. But yeah, they know that. I mean, we wouldn't even be, I don't even entertain situations if that's not the case. It's like, let's not get into bed to stare at each other.
Yeah,
you know, and that's what they want. They don't want, man, them niggas is like hungry and go-getters, you feel me? They don't want to do passive business. They want to win. And I want to win. So it's like, that's a beautiful thing about them. We got a call today too, but that's a beautiful thing about them. It's like, that's something that none of us really have to voice, because that's the energy of all the calls. You know, that first call was on, that was the energy. True. Nigga, we coming in to win. And that's what they say. You don't need us if you just want to keep doing what you're doing.
Nice. That's dope that they were able to say that, though. Because they see it.
Definitely.
They just know.
What's up, dog?
They just know. Like, they know. When you got a gym, you know.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I guess it's really the change that's like conflicting with everything. Even like going into this with such different sounds and music. It's like with the album, like I said, I've been thinking about removing tracks in this, because you sit too long and you start thinking about everything externally of you.
Man.
And I didn't used to have this much like dialogue around the art. You know, I used to just sit in the room and make an album and just coming out without anyone's opinion or ear on it or nothing, you know.
And see, yeah.
But it's like, if you want change, even your process has to change. Like, seeing people react to these country joints and these R&B joints has also solidified, like, okay, we got something for a nigga who don't even listen to us to, oh yeah, this one crazy, you know? It changes a lot. And it's funny, I dropped some of these album joints into the Even community.
Yeah.
And Manny hit me, and he had shared Finer Things, and he was like, bro, I played this bitch like 80 times. And it's like, that's how we feel about that joint. So we didn't previously have that, which is beautiful about the community. Is like, you can really demo records.
Right.
People just, you know.
Damn, that's crazy. Cause you're right, you getting real life feedback in real time. Damn, I didn't even think of that. That's gonna be a game changer when that go live for everybody, if they utilize it properly. Man, bro, yeah. You've been running hard for a very long time. You deserve a break if that's what you desire.
Yeah, you know, for like, I don't, for the past 5 years, my life has been music. Everything, like my entire life, like, I prioritize music over just about everything. I've sacrificed everything in my life to continue to do music at this rate. think it's like the Jay-Z Black album. It was just like, I think it's like, it was crazy because he was like, I need a break, and all he was doing was one album a year. You know, I don't like I need a break after thousands of pieces of content and thousands of albums. It's just like, I just want to wake up and go hike every day, chill with my daughter, and do nothing. But I want to do that comfortably.
What more can I say?
And that's the other thing that kind of plagued me is like knowing where these records are about to take me in my life, and also what that's going to look like for me. Like, probably not going to get a break or rest because it's like once it goes, we gotta go. That's why I was like, you know, we gonna run hard as hell. What's up, y'all? We gonna run hard as hell for the rest of the year. See where that kind of lends us.
All right.
That could be your sprint to the finish line, though, you know? That could be like, this is it. I ran as hard as I could. I'm gonna go slow. You deserve it. You didn't get so much gain and work over the years I've known you. All I've seen is work. So it's like, bro, you wanna go sit down and you can do it comfortably.
I feel like that's when the controlled chaos comes in for real. After it goes and you got hit records. Cause then it's like, I don't have to do, you turning down money that you probably previously weren't. Like high six figure and shit. It's like, I don't have to go do that now, I could go do this. And you still running hard as fuck, fast as hell, but it's now in a direction where it's like, it's only with shit that you like, no, I really want to do this, and you feel me?
I think that's like,
I'm good.
That's one of the factors for me is like seeing, That's one of the factors for me. It's like knowing how big I should be in comparison to where I am, and not having that leisure, but still seeing it like, man, I don't know, this game confused me so much. I never thought I'd see a day where a Lil whoever is bigger in hip hop and getting 6 figures a show when like niggas who really do this aren't. Like, it's such it's almost like walking in those mirror rooms. It's like, what the fuck is happening? And it like it just sometimes makes me not even want to participate. It's like, damn, if they imagine everybody in the NBA sucked. Like, your goals of making it to the NBA would then be like, I mean, I'm better than all these. It just don't even make sense. It's not even making sense no more.
I think.
Right? And it's in that, you know, and it's like, I do this shit because I love it, but I also want to be as impactful as I could be. You know, I want to make big records and I want to spread the gospel and be impactful, but some days it's just like, man, I don't even want to play no more. And that's before it even get to the world and you got to see like all these comments and all the hate. You get a lot of love too, but you also get a bunch of shit that's like, I'd rather not deal with any of it, you know? But it's part of the process. It comes with being an artist and a human. And I respect and understand that. And that's the reason like we even share so much, you know? I'm sure every artist deal with this, but they just never share it, so we don't get to see and experience that inside of them discussing it.
Right.
Do you feel like when you do like reach that status, or you feel like when it's this album, when this album takes off and it shoots you to wherever, it's like, you feel like your perspective on that would change? Just like how you feel about participating?
I've been thinking about that too. I've been thinking if like that's gonna even turn me. I've been listening to songs like even when we shoot visualizers, and I'm like, damn, if this the one, I'll have to hear this song 1,000 times and perform it 1,000 times. Do I want to do that? You know,
That's
like
why.
these are all the things I actually think about and consider.
That's
You
also.
know, doing tour, and like I said, it's really like tour becomes like a job, and it takes that joy. Like after having to do something, it's like I don't even want to fucking, you know.
That's why I feel like I don't think you're comparing yourself to anybody, but I feel like just finding that middle ground of being like, nah, I love what I got because this is the journey that I'm on, and it's like when that shit happens for you, who's to say that you do what they do? And that's like that you just said the typical of what happens when a hit happens. Niggas ain't never did the opposite for real. They always work that record, performing 1,000,000 trillion times. It's like we've never seen a
Because you'd
nigga
almost be a fool not to.
True, but we've also not seen a nigga just run and do what they gonna do. Like, who's to say that you do that for your hit moment? Nigga, you might be like, all right, I'm finna just keep dropping for real. Or I'm finna go get in the movies, or I'm finna go, you feel me? Like, and yeah, I might perform it, but I'm on fucking, what's bro, Jimmy Fallon?
Right.
And all that shit. It's like, fucking, what's the one we doing in DC?
Tiny Desk.
Tiny Desk. Doing shit like, it's like, I don't think you're gonna do the typical like hit moment shit. I feel like that's gonna look a lot different for you, and that's probably why it may even look like a slight break. Cause nigga, this is your life, bro. Like you're not a rapper, you're LaRussell. Like, of course they got done off records after 5 albums. They don't fucking do what you do. They don't provide how you provide. They're not changing communities. This shit gonna look a lot different in the next 5 to 10 years. Niggas, of course, they got what they came for. They got their moment. You're LaRussell. You're literally LaRussell.
I am the moment.
Literally. Niggas be like, bro.
You know, it's like Will Smith was saying when they were shooting like all the early Bad Boys. He was like, man, and this coming and this coming. He was like, man, it was happening, but I was missing it. And that's the thing I'm always trying to be conscious of, like being present and in the moment. But it's also like you can't never be anywhere else, you know? Like I can only be here because I'm here. But just, yeah. It's an interesting. You never really know how you feel about things until you get there. Like when I used to be in my bedroom writing songs and making records, I could only dream about what this would feel like and look like, you know, but I wasn't there to actually get the experience to have real input on it. It's like, right, we haven't even had a hit record yet to like fully understand the feeling. But my thing is just like, I know what it feels like without one and all that it takes and all that comes with it. So it's like, just imagine this times 10.
I feel like that's gonna make you appreciate that moment even more and really lock in on what you wanna do when that time comes. Cause like you said, you got that first Live Nation deal and took care of everybody. How does that look just doing something for you? It's pouring into you. You put us in position to go run down some paper if you had to be like, hey, I need to just step away right quick. You know, put everybody that really want to work in position to go do it. Like, what that look like for you to just go be like, nah, nigga, this for me. Because it's still you the moment. Like, it's not like you as a person will never stop lending your hand. So that's just not real. Like, in some shape, way, or form, that's not gonna you know, exist ever. You're always gonna give back. But just being like disciplined enough, I guess, to be like, nah, I'm gonna take this time for me. Whether that's money, time, whatever it is, a resource. I just feel like your moment gonna look a lot different. And accepting that now will be a lot better when the big moment do happen, cause that bitch gonna hit. It's gonna be some shit that we never seen before.
Right.
It's gonna be some shit we never seen
You know,
before.
it's crazy. It's all like, it's all rooted in change. Like I just be thinking too much on the things that don't matter. Like I even thought to the fact of like, do I want my biggest records to be a pop record? And it's like, it don't matter.
I was just gonna say.
But it does. To me, it be mattering. You feel me? But it's also like, Hey Ya is one of my favorite records. CeeLo's Fuck You is one of my favorite records. CeeLo from Goody Mob. You know, it's like, it be all shit that like don't really matter, but they matter to a T, because it's like you got to get to a point in your life where you got to be okay with everything you put out into the world and how that affected you. And like I said, I be thinking about all this shit, and it's probably because you feel it coming. I love that I got an incredible support base and fan system though, because you know everybody. Coach Hot texted me some shit this morning. You know, that was like, these records, especially, was gonna be crazy to see what happened.
I feel like everyone around you is very excited for the Big Bang. Everybody, bro.
Right?
I think we are really like overly excited. Like, we can't wait to see what this shit look like, because we know. We don't know how you be and what you go through and what that feels and looks like, but we know, bruh. Like, being in the position that I'm in and seeing the life that I see on your dime and merit, like, that shit is like, bro, we know. So a nigga wanna see that happen. Not even for us, for you, nigga, like, we want to see that happen.
Right.
I don't wanna give a fuck if you found out you was going platinum and was like, all right, niggas, I'm taking the next year off. Y'all do you. You deserve it, nigga. This last year and a half has been eventful as fuck. Nigga, what? You got me ready to go create some motion. Like, what? Eventful as fuck, bruh.
Yeah. That's the thing, you don't know how you gonna feel until you get there. You know, part of me feels like,
Damn. Big bruh came through here humming though.
part of me feels like, you know, like I'm exiting, and part of me feels like I'm entering.
In a sense, you are.
Like, there's two different sides of me. There's a side that's like, man, when this go, I'm done. And then there's a side like, when this go, I'm finna set this bitch ablaze.
When it go, you can do both, but like,
You
in
have
your
the
way.
option. Right.
In your way. That's what I'm saying when I say, like, we don't know what your blow up moment looks like. We've seen the typical blow up moment. We know what that looks like when an artist has a hit record. But we've never seen it in this fashion. We've also never seen a hit record come about in this fashion. We've never seen it.
You told me yourself, like, you don't have to do, there's ways to make money. Like, you don't have to do anything outside of the realm of what you want to do.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you getting a hit moment gonna really be you turning into just getting paid to live. Like, really, the brand literally being LARUSSELL. Because Typically, when we see artists blow up, get a hit record, they run all the plays, and that's how you hear the horror stories of how they always felt bigger than the program. They was getting all this money, all these opportunities. Everything opens up when you get a hit. Everything. Niggas want to do any and everything with you. I feel like you are going to use that to your advantage in the most positive, greatest way to really shift culture again. That it's going to be like, God damn. But now you hands-on and got the budget to do it. Like, I know it's a bunch of other artists you see, a bunch of other things you just want to bring to life. That shit takes time and budget. And you taking care of a village. Your blow up just looks different. It just will. Like, that's when we're gonna really get to see a nigga like be like, nah.
Man, you know, this is
the
like,
vision.
It's the fear of success. But just, you know, a lot of people experience the fear of failure, but there's also just a fear of success that exists within our community too. That'll hinder you. You know, it'll make you stop going. Like the fact that I even contemplate being done in something that I'm having such a run in and that I'm so good at is like crazy, but that's how the mind works. Because you know, separation comes with success. It's like, just to get to my point of success now, I've lost nothing, but I've lost an abundance of things. But in the grand scheme, I've lost nothing. You know, like, it was just the sacrifice of getting here. Like, everything I lost was the cost of my success. You know, it's like if you want to buy a TV, you're going to probably lose $300. But that's not a loss. That's an exchange for what you wanted.
Right.
But one day, if that TV breaks or you like sitting in your living room and you like, man, I didn't even really want this TV, that's when it starts to feel like a loss. You know?
Damn. Damn.
It's also like you only get to determine what your success looks like so much.
Right. All you can do is put the work in. You never really know what you working towards. You just kind of have a general idea in mind.
Right. Just try to remain grateful through all of it. That usually get me back. I be getting how much happens. Like, you know, for a nigga to beat the road like that and have to stay up to 2, 3 a.m. for a month straight and come home and do shows and still communicate and build and have to show up here, it's like, yeah, you should feel all of these ways. You know, some people feel like this after just going to their job for a few days. You know, I've been running like this all year. That moment coming that a nigga feels. But you know, that opens the door for everything else to exist in my mind. It's like, damn, what if these songs ain't the ones? and that don't even happen. It's like, back to what we've been on.
It's just hard for me to believe that. It's just very, very hard for me to believe that. I gotta see it to believe it first. I'd be a lot more surprised if they don't. All it is, I'm gonna keep saying it even to the day we find out you're going platinum. All it was a marketing budget that we finally figured out. They got the game plan of how they gonna get you in front of everybody, but it was really down to the marketing budget. And we've been able to see that with little spurts and moments, like you said with the Fresh Prince shit, bro. Your phone was hot. You was having a moment. Label, you would be platinum off that song right now, cause the label would have kept seeding, and then you would have did all the like, bruh. That's another thing is like when they get moments, like you've had hella moments, and then they create the corny antics and they run the play with the artist to continue the antics off this one moment. Like, bro, they seeded Drake unfollowing her, bruh, because he flew her out and followed her at first. Like, first it was following her and then unfollowing her. Like, they just create motion within that, you feel me? And it's like, those are antics you were never willing to play and do. So you can't even be like, damn, why them niggas done? Of course. They did everything, even if they didn't want to. Niggas didn't really stand for nothing. They did everything.
It's so much bigger than that already. Yeah. I don't know. It's just all stemming from fatigue. You know, when you start to get fatigued and tired, you start to like not be able to see the finish line and the goals clearly, and your vision get a little blurry. And
I feel you on that.
Start to feel like the goal line is way further than it is. Like it's just first and 10. It's just 10 yards to a first down, but it looked like 40.
Nigga doing this.
It's like, damn, we got to get all the way there. Just 10 yards.
Big bruh. Just 10,
That's
big
the
bruh.
thing is, like, we made it. Like Hitmaker was saying, they're there for like the last 20. We already went from 0 to 80. They like, let's bring it home to 100. So you ain't got to do nothing. And I feel it brewing and coming. You just gotta stay down and stay focused and committed.
And then
it's really just like when you allow so much outside access and input, and you see it and you take, it's like you start to fill your mind with more than just your beliefs and your thoughts, right? It's like when you make, like, if you was to show us a clip, how you like, oh, can I show y'all this reel? If all of us was like, man, that shit ass. Or even not all of it, if it's just 10 of us and 7 of us like, this shit hard, but 3 was like, that shit ass, you still gonna think about that 3, and it's gonna start to manipulate your mind a little bit, right? Now, if it happened every day, and it's like 10 and it's hard, but still 3 each day, and that 3 start to be 3,000, you know, you just, naturally, you start to like,
yeah.
you know, it'll spin you for a little bit. And I'm a nigga who like super firm and confident in what I do and what I put out, but just like I'm still a human.
Yeah. I feel like that's inevitable though. Like there's nothing that you could do about that. 3,000 niggas like
It's out of your control, right?
Exactly.
You can't. It's like it's out of your control, right?
I was just thinking about like how music is like putting it out is like talking to a nigga. Everybody in the world, there's no way everybody in the world is gonna fuck with you if you talk to them. Some niggas is just weird. Some niggas don't like people and be like, Okay, but you really can't do anything about a nigga not liking you outside of music.
Oh God.
So
Right.
it's the same thing on the internet. Right. It's just different. Right. Output.
Yeah, that's why I don't even want to. I gotta stop that shit, like the comparison shit and being like, well, why this nigga? Cause that's even like to me like a hating little. You feel me? And it's like I hate when I see niggas hating. So I gotta get that shit about my vocabulary too, cause it's like, nigga, I don't give a fuck what you got going on. I'm not gonna be in your Instagram comments talking about this shit ass.
Or YouTube, right?
It's just not happening. I don't give a fuck what. Them niggas be bored. Like there's no, cause there's a way to give constructive criticism.
Right.
And I don't give a fuck what you say under a nigga post is not where it's at. If you really cared and you really want to give constructive criticism, hit a nigga DM.
My mama be bored. She don't be in niggas' comments.
True.
Like, this,
Niggas
like,
just hating ass niggas.
Niggas be hurt.
But that be the thing with me. It's like I love this shit so much that sometimes I'd rather like not even do it than have to even open the door for that energy to exist around what I do. You know, it's like that's why I love even, because it's like none of that exists there, but it's like you still want to be able to preach the gospel to the world, and that's what comes with it, right? It's like for Jesus to tell niggas about what was going on, he had to risk crucifixion.
For real.
And it's like, do you stop preaching the gospel because niggas gonna hate you? Most niggas would. You know, but it's like depending on what kind of nigga are you.
We going left or right?
All right.
What about the niggas that you help?
What about the niggas you help? And that's what, like, man, see, and that's what, like, causes so much confliction, because you, like I say, I consider everything, and it even make me think, like, I was thinking the other day, I'm like, man, yeah, sometimes you just dive too far into everything, and you can't, because the other day I was just like, when I perform, like, I don't even really feel like, I don't even know what to perform no more, you know, because it's like, I don't like trauma bonding, and all the deep hip hop shit is like, man, that's based in that. I don't like doing that no more. And then I don't want to just feed a nigga candy. Like, I don't want to just sit up there and do Motion and King Kong and go get that bag. It's like, man, bro, it's just, I was just like, I feel Andre when he's like, I don't know what to say. I ain't got shit else to say. It's like, I don't got shit else to say.
Bruh, and that's a beautiful thing. Ain't shit wrong with that. If any nigga got a problem with that, they need to seek help. You put up 10,000, 100,000 hours. Nigga, Mally said we got 123 just this year, over 250K. Nigga, just this year? You know how many we shot last year? We was putting in work last year. Nigga, them visualizers was going stupid.
And you had me fill out that list yesterday. It's 264 clips now from 2022, and we didn't go all the way through the 2022 clips. There's probably some more that reached over.
Nigga, that's crazy. That broke 250,000 or more. You've done work, nigga. Work. Over 5,000 posts on IG. 2012, something on YouTube. Hella video. Like, nigga, you put up so many shots and so much work. It's like, what can we say? What more can I say? Oh, God. What more can a nigga say and do? You've done everything. You've earned the leisure and the right to be like, I just want to go play tennis today. All day.
Lauryn Hill only put out one album because it went, and she said she didn't know what to do anymore. She's still living comfortable today.
See, and that's the thing. I think that's where some conflict comes, because it's like, damn, niggas got to do one and be done. That's the shit that makes me like, should I have signed? You feel me? Because it's like, I'm on 35. Like, I'm working. It made me think like, damn, am I working harder or smarter? Or is like, you know, is that just the journey? Like, if I would have signed, I wouldn't have been able to do royalties and all this innovative shit that I ended up doing. Or would I have? Because I'm me, you know? Like I say, when it's behind you, it no longer matters until, you know, you're on lap 35 and you like, damn, nigga had the trophy after one? I really only had to drive one, you know?
Yeah.
Would you trade in, not even trade in, but do you feel like what you've accomplished is worth being able to be done in 1 or 2 albums? Like, do you think that's possible, all that you've been able to do? Could you even account for that in money for what you've done for two albums, an album, 3 albums?
Honestly, with what I've seen blow up, you know, like, yeah, I feel like I would have been just as impactful. I'm still me. The only difference is like, I'm just blown up and have more ability and access. I might have had the ability to preserve some things that mattered to me that I wasn't able to preserve because I wasn't in a position to. But, you know, it's gone, so it really don't have much relevance and matter now. Like I say, as a human, you still gotta sit some days and be like, damn. You gotta assess if what you lost is worth what you gained. If what you gained ain't worth what you lost, then you really ain't gained nothing.
True. We shooting this evening again, right? With gigs? Give it a year. Always what I say. Give it a year. I feel it though. But by the end of the year, you know, 10 times bigger, and it's feel like these conversations aren't even relevant, but they're super relevant. You know? Very. Like, this is real life that we don't usually get to experience with all different humans in general. And I'm a nigga that's like, you know, people externally feel like I have it all together and I don't experience these experiences that I experience. Like, and all of this fullness, still get doubtful, still be unsure, still be unconfident. I just need to keep going. Like Nipsey said, I've dealt with every emotion. I just chose to keep going. Every emotion.
We got a list long enough to see content the rest of my life. Really is emotion is endless. Like, dude, you should say it's not a matter.
Eventually, it's not gonna be him having the seed. Niggas gonna be like, we're picking this up. It's gonna make our page look good. That nigga act post what he want. He also get paid too. He definitely get paid. But he also, yeah. That nigga be streaming, talking straight shit about niggas. Act literally has one of the most remote jobs ever. Nigga could make a post at what's right? And what's crazy is that's in that sense of what I just said, that's undermining him. I gotta take that back. He worked for that. He earned that shit. Thousands of streams, thousands of posts.
Hundreds of interviews, hundreds of clip put downs, paid people. Like, it ain't, you know.
It ain't what it looked like, yeah. He was at Complex.
A lot of artists and shit try to undermine him, but it's like, he put in more work than some of these artists.
Oh, God.
He ain't got a label.
Oh, God.
You know, he finally got to the point where he got a deal with it. Like, he worked harder than a lot of these niggas. And they be trying to knock him in business.
Complex is where he started.
Right, and but those be like the good reminders for me. Like, bro, you know, you gotta keep comparison out the window, but just seeing other niggas do it reminds me, like, nigga, come on. That's all it is. We don't like that final mile when a nigga just fatigues and it's like, fuck. You know how long I've been running?
Oh, God. Oh, God.
You know how long I've been running?
You know, it's hella funny, actually. We speaking of fatigue, this is crazy. I should have been brought this up. Nigga, I went to the doctor this morning because my body just been, I don't know, I just ain't been able to, like, feel 100, like, in all forms of myself. Like, some days I wake up, some hurting, or I just can't go 100 like I want to. So I went, I made an appointment. I went this morning, described all my symptoms and shit. And the lady, so they had took blood and everything, tested for everything. She was like, well, we don't see anything right now, but from what you're telling me, what do you do for a living? Like, do you perform like sports or run every day? Like, what do you? I said, no, not really. I film for a living. Like, I'm documenting artists. And she was like, that makes sense. She was like, your symptoms can come from just how you're pacing yourself and what you're doing every day, day in and out. And she was like, from everything you just described to me, it sounds like you're just not taking care of your body in the shape that it needs to for you to keep perform. For you to perform that way, like, literally, bro. She was like, there's everything that you're describing is from your body begging for you to help it in every way because you're pushing yourself to a limit you've never been able to be pushed.
Bro, you have to, you just like, yeah.
Like,
24/7 is great. That's really, and that's where all this stems from. It's like not enough care. And then when you eat like shit,
Oh God.
it's like you running me dry, and then you putting
Bullshitting.
you ain't even putting good fuel in me to run the way you want me
We
to run.
we take 91. We put 87 every time.
Yeah.
She literally was like, your brain is not getting enough oxygen. You're gonna run yourself thin,
Water.
bro.
That's all it is.
And we be,
This ain't any condition to run like this.
and we still going.
Yep.
But it was a nigga. It was nice to know though, cause on God,
Right now.
on God,
Niggas been hiking and hella shit, and it's like, you don't do, that's all it is, really.
bro. I was describing my symptoms to her, I guess, so intense that she was like, "Are you not allowed to like take periods in between?" I said, "No, I could take ample. If I'm dead and can't go, nigga, you're not gonna be there like, what the fuck? Like, you're not that type of nigga, but."
You just don't use the time for that. Like, niggas got plenty 30-minute windows in the day to
Oh
stretch,
God.
to sit and meditate and read. You just don't use it for that.
We'll go do this.
We'll go scroll past Cardi B.
And that too. Ice Spice.
Right? It ain't the situation.
Now, yeah, I had to over this, man. I was like, no, I love my job. I have more than enough time to take the time needed to get right. I just didn't know.
Yeah, niggas gonna be using it.
She said we'll start feeling delirious, start feeling like we're going a little insane, like we're repeating the same day over and over. I was like, yeah. She was describing the nigga to a T and told me I wasn't getting enough oxygen to my brain and shit. I was like, oh God. Not enough sleep, looking at a screen and not getting enough sleep. It was this thing she said that we could get, and it'll start playing tricks on our brain. Crazy. What we do for the...
Really all it is. Not taking care of yourself. Have bullshit in your body and expecting it to run the way you need it to run. It's like, bro, you just ate a burger. You got in bed.
Hey, oh God, though, nigga. 12. 12. Man, nigga, I let the doctor's office and went straight to Chick-fil-A.
Right. Let me do more damage.
Nigga. Oh shit.
That's exactly what it is. That's all it is, really. Like, and it's funny because when we came home and we was juicing, and then it grew for them days, I felt in a fine condition.
Man.
Even now, like I said, I don't feel like I can't run. I'm just fatigued.
Yeah.
Like, a nigga ain't been stretching, a nigga stiff, and it made me think, like, waking up. Some people start stretching, feel like they don't.
Oh God.
God. Oh God.
Nigga. Crazy.